Hello everyone, Coach Carole here with you again today. It is January the 13th and my tip today is livecast number 13, and this time it's getting back to basics. Today I'm going to give you a few tips around the topic of how to prepare for genealogy so that you can be a smart genealogist. I'll share my screen with you. On this screen, I've prepared a few of the points that I wanted to illustrate this tip today about being a smart genealogist in preparing for genealogy. The first thing is you need to understand the genealogy terminology. There's quite a lot of it, and at first it can be a little confusing. You need to know the language. You need to understand what a pedigree chart means, or what researching online means for your ancestors. What is an ancestor? And in fact, what is genealogy? And you can see from this quote that genealogy is the study and tracing of lines of descent. There's a lot to understand as you get started on your genealogy. The second tip in this one is to make plans. Make plans for your research, make plans for your storytelling, and make plans for the sharing of those stories later. It's a really good idea to start off the new year with a plan for which lines of your ancestors you'll like to research this year, and therefore which stories of which ancestors you are going to share. Put that in a spreadsheet, or, as I do, plan it out on a Trello board. The third point is to set a time limit. We all know that we can get carried away with our research and go down rabbit holes and not come out for hours. So set a time limit. Your time is precious and valuable. One way to do that is to schedule your creative time in your Google Calendar and get a reminder. So you might set a few hours on a Monday morning, or a Wednesday afternoon, or a Friday evening, whatever suits you. And then you can make sure that you make the best use of that time and stop at the end of that period of time if you can. The fourth point in preparing for genealogy is to really know where you're going with your genealogy research and the resources that you'll use to get there so that you can build a family tree. Most people want to do that in the beginning. I suggest that you do that one generation at a time. It can get pretty heavy going once you get 2 grandparents, 4 grandparents, and then 8 great-grandparents to look up the details for. And if you're anything like my history, my family's names duplicate frequently. Lots of Williams, lots of Elizabeths, and it can get confusing between those years and those names and who's who on your family tree. So do your family tree one generation at a time and record that. Just write it down on a piece of paper or in your journal, or create an online family tree. So if you'd like to get started with your family history research and you're looking for help, I've got some courses for you at my coachcaroleonline.thinkific.com, which is where you'll find my academy. Just coming back to the screen now. To find you and take that slide away for the moment. And I wanted to point out to you that if you'd like to know a little bit more about how you can get prepared for genealogy, I have looked up one of my previous posts from last year, 2021, and that's scrolling across the screen for you now. And this is at my coachcaroleonline.com site. And that post was called Why Genealogy Matters. So if you'd like more information, go across to that particular post. I'll pop that link in underneath this live cast. But thank you so much for joining me this morning for tip number 13, how to prepare for genealogy. That's it for now. I'll be back with more later.